Magandang buhay. Now let me discuss to you the conditions that makes a quadrilateral a parallelogram. So let's define first what is a quadrilateral. So when we say quadrilateral, it means it has four. So it's a polygon with four sides. So when we're talking about the sides, ito yung mga segments. Example, we have this one. So these are the sides of the quadrilateral or a parallelogram. Okay, and then we also have four angles in a quadrilateral, like this. And we also have the vertices. So when we say vertices, these are the corner of a polygon. Okay, so ulitin natin, pag sinabing quadrilateral, it's a polygon, a plane figure na merong four sides, four angles, and four vertices. So vertices is a plural form of the word vertex. Okay, since we're talking about four vertex, so that means vertices na ang tawag natin nun. And we call that vertices. So let's proceed to the parts of a quadrilateral. So we have the sides. So sabi natin na quadrilateral has four sides. So let's name the four sides of this quadrilateral. So example niyan, ang itsura ng sides dito, it's a line segment. So ulitin lang natin. A geometric figure that represent the sides of any polygon ay isang line segment or it's a line. So, pag sinabi natin line, ito yung meron siyang double-headed arrow. So, part of a line, we have what we call the line segment. So, ulitin ko, pag sinabi nating line, ito yung meron siyang double-headed arrow. We call that a line. And then, part of a line is a segment. So, pag sinabi natin segment, ito yung, ang dulo niya ay mga endpoints. Okay, so ang tawag natin dyan mga endpoints. So, there are times na hindi natin ina-emphasize yung mga endpoints. Sometimes ganito yung itsura lang niya. So, kapag ganyan, we call this a line segment or simply segment. Okay, so ulitin lang natin. Pag sinabi natin sides, the geometric figure that represents a side or the sides of quadrilateral is a segment, a line segment. So, yung tsura na nun is ganito lang. So, when naming a segment, we only use, we use two capital letters. Okay, so, yun nga lang, we're going to use the symbol for the segment. Example, we have segment, itong naka-highlight na green. So, that is segment MA. So, maglalagay tayo ng segment sa taas. So, kapag may symbol siyang ganyan, we call that segment. So, we have segment MA. Or, pwede rin siyang segment AM. So, since similar yung dulo niya, pwede natin niyang i-flip or pwedeng baliktad. Okay? Next. So, four sides yan. So, we also have segment 80. So, segment 80 or segment DA. So, it is important na to include the symbol. Pag sinabi mo lang kasi na 80, anong geometric figure ang sinisimbolize nun? So, we need to include the symbol. Okay? Kung hindi nyo gusto ng symbol, pwede nyo gamitin yung word na segment. So, pwede siyang segment MA. So, instead of writing the whole word na segment, why not use the symbol? Diba? Okay? So, next nyan, we also have segment HT or TH. So, segment HT. So, kapag nakalimutan nyo yung symbol, mamamali na kayo. Kasi anong geometric figure ba yung tinutukoy mo doon? And the last one, we have segment HM. or segment MH. So these are the four sides of the quadrilateral. Yan. So we have segment MA or segment AM. Then we have segment AT or segment TA. Third, we have segment HT or segment TA. And the last one is segment HM or segment MH. Okay, so kahit alin sa mga yan na baligtad. So we have four sides, kaya four sides din dapat ipapakita natin dito. Kasi we're going to list down all the sides of a quadrilateral. Okay, next, let's have the angles. So when we say angles, the symbol that we use for the angles or the geometric figure that we use for the angle is this one. Yan, yan yung symbol ng angle. Okay, when naming an angle, we use this symbol. Okay, and then there are ways on naming an angle. So, pero dito we're going to use one letter or three letters. So, 3 letters na lang yung gamitin natin para masanay kayo. Okay, so pag sinabi nating angle, example niyan, let me draw another figure. Ayan, M-A-T-H. So, pag sinabi nating angle, ito yon. Example, angle A-M-H. So, pag sinabi nating AMH, ito yung tsura ng angle. So, drawing lang natin yan. Ayan. Ito yung angle na yan. AMH. So, that means ito yung angle na tinutukoy natin. Okay? So, an angle, it is measured by a degree. Example, let's say this is 120 degrees. So, the measure of the angle AMH is 120. Okay? Inassume ko lang naman yun. So, ngayon, mag-name tayo. Let's all list down all the angles na nandito sa ating figure. So, the first one is angle AMH. So, let's use the symbol. So, angle AMH. So, that means kung ano yung nasa gitna, yun ang tinutukoy mong angle nun. Ito yun. Okay, now let's use the other or let's name the other angle. Angle MAT. Ito naman yun. Yan. Angle MAT. Or pwede rin tong angle A. Ganun. Basta nag-iisa siyang angle doon. Okay? Then, let's have now the other angle. So, let's have angle ATH. So, ito naman yung tinutukoy natin. ATH. Okay? And the last one, the last angle is angle THM. Yan. So, ngayon, sabihin natin, quadrilateral has 4 angles, 4 sides. So, dapat 4 din yung mapakita natin dyan. Okay? So, next, let's have now the vertex or in the plural form of the vertex is vertices. So, we have 4 vertex. So, let's name them. So, the geometric figure that represent a vertex is a point. So, ulitin natin, it's a point. No? So, ang nire-represent ng isang vertex ay isang point. So, we're going to use the symbol for point. So, kapag nag-name kayo ng vertex, we only use, since it's a point, so we only use one capital letter. So, capital letter should be in capital form. Kapag hindi yan nakakapitalize, that means mali ka na. So, let me draw again another figure. Yan. Pag sinabi nating vertex, ito yung mga corner. So, Pag nag-drawing tayo dyan, yung dulo nila, yung corner, the intersection of the two segments or two lines. For example, ito yon. Diba? Pag nag-intersect itong line na to, itong line segment na to, tsaka yung other line segment, ang tawag natin doon sa point of intersection nila, kapag nag-form sila ng isang polygon, we call that vertex, no? Or vertices. So, the first vertex is point M. So, we need to include the symbol of a point or for a point. Okay, next, ang vertex natin, we have point A. So, point A. The next one is point T. Then point H. So, these are the vertex. So, apat yan. Kaya dapat apat din yung makita natin vertex. Next, let's have now the diagonals. So, pag sinabi natin diagonals, ito yung, it's a segment. So, yung tsura nito, it's a segment. So, we're going to use the symbol for the segment. So, it's a segment joining two non-consecutive vertices. So, that means, ito yung magdodrawing ka ng parang ng isang line segment na ang kinoconnect mo are two non-consecutive vertex or vertices. So, example nito, mag-drawing tayo ulit ng figure. So, let's have M-A-T-H. So, M at saka T, these are two non-consecutive. Hindi sila magkasunod. So, kapag yan, kinonek ko sila ng isang line segment, ang tawag natin dun sa line segment na yon is a diagonal. Okay? So, ngayon, ang itsura ng diagonal is a segment. So, we're going to use the symbol. So, segment MT. Siyempre, depende yan sa drawing kung meron siyang naka-include na diagonal. Katulad nito, meron tayong diagonals dyan. So, how many diagonals do we have? Okay, of course, we have two diagonals here. Pero there are times na walang nakalagay na diagonal. So, that means wala tayong diagonal nun. Okay, next is, the first one is, we have line segment MT. And the other one is line segment AT. So these are the two diagonals present in this figure. Okay? So now, let's proceed to the other parts of a quadrilateral. So let's have the consecutive sides. So when we say consecutive sides, so it's a part of the quadrilateral with a common point. So, ulitin natin, consecutive sides, madaling salita, these are sides na magkadikit, magkasunod. Example niyan, we have line segment NE. So, this is the first line side. Ang kasunod niya, it can be line segment EI. Pwede siyang ganon. Sulat natin ha. Line segment NE. And line segment EI. Yan. So, kailangan you must include the symbol na nire-represent ng side. Or, pwede rin siyang line segment NE and line segment NL. And these are consecutive sides. So, next. Another, we have line segment EI and line segment, kung ito yung EI natin, line segment IL. Okay, pwede ring EI and NE. Kasi meron na tayo nito, ito yung pares lang. So, i-ano na natin yan. Tanggalin na natin siya. So, ayusin lang natin. So, lagay natin yung final answer here. Kasi pares lang yon. So, we have line segment NE and line segment EI. Line segment NE and line segment NL. Line segment EI and line segment IL. So, we will not include this one kasi meron na tayo dun sa una. Similar lang yung dalawang yan. EI or IE, same lang yan. Okay? So, next, let's proceed. So, IL naman tayo. Line segment IL. And line segment NL. So, pag ano na lang yung gawin natin. Okay? So, meron na rin tayong EI. Ito na yun. So, we will not include that anymore. So, we have line segment IL and line segment NL. Okay, last, we have LN and E. So, LN, ito yun. Ito yun. Ang kasunod niya is NE. Let's look dun sa mga nasagutan natin kanina. NL, ito na yun. NE, which is nandito na rin. So, that means ito yung final answer natin yan. Double check, baka umulit yung answer. So, yan yung mga consecutive sides. Pag ulitin ko ha, when we say consecutive sides, meron silang common end point or common point. Example, ang common point nito ay E. Ito naman, L or N rather. Then this one is I. L. Okay. So, ito yung sides na magkasunod. Now, let's have the other one. We have the opposite sides. So, when we say opposite sides, part of the quadrilateral na with no common point. That means, sa madaling salita, pag sinabing opposite sides, ito yung kaharapan niya. Para hindi na lang kayo mahirapan. So, what are the opposite sides of this quadrilateral? So, let's start with NL. So, line segment NL, ang opposite niya ay line segment EI. Yan, kaharapan niya. Okay, next, let's have the other one. Line segment NE, ang opposite sa kanya is line segment IL or LI. Yan. So, yun yung mga opposite sides. Okay? So, ganun lang ang opposite sides. Mas madali siya compare it to consecutive sides. Okay, now let's have the consecutive angles. So, pag sinabi natin consecutive angles, angles naman ang tinutukoy dito. So, we can use one letter here kasi we do not have diagonals. So, one letter lang ang gagamitin natin when naming an angle. So, consecutive angles, pag sinabing consecutive, ito yung magkasunod, no? So, meron silang common side. So, example, angle N. So, ang consecutive ng angle N, it can be angle E, yun yung magkaka-partner, or angle N and angle L. So, para hindi na lang kayo malito, pa-clockwise na lang tayo, no? Para malis nyo lahat. So, ngayon, pero tandaan nyo, consecutive niya pa rin to. Kadikit niya pa rin. So, let's have now angle E. Angle E and angle I. Pwede ring angle N. So, kaso nalagay na natin dito. So, let's have now the other one, angle I and angle L. Yun. Next, the last one, angle L, and angle N. Yan. These are consecutive angles. Okay. Next, we have the opposite angles. Madali lang to. So, wala silang common side. These are angles na walang common side. So, ito yung kaharapan niya. Example, angle N. Ang kaharap ng angle N, ang opposite sa kanya is angle I. Yan. Next, we have angle E. Ang opposite sa angle E is angle L. Yan. Okay? So, ulitin lang natin. Pag sinabi natin consecutive, these are part of quadrilaterals, or this is a part of a quadrilateral with the common point. Okay? Magkasunod. Pag sinabi natin opposite sides, part of the quadrilateral with no common point. So, sa madaling salita, ito yung kaharapan niya lang. And careful na lang if ang tinutukoy ay sides o kaya angles. So, for the sides, we use the symbol for the segment. And then, for the angles, ang symbol natin is this one. Okay? So, that's it.